Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let me bring the mic up just a little bit. Just a little bit. How is everyone? What amazing adventures have you been having? I want to know every detail. We are here in game number 1 between the Bad Rats and Heavy Greg. My name is Raka. Thank you for joining me. If you forget my name, it's right there. Da, 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 da. Hold on. It's doing weird things to my face. I don't like it. Better, looks a bit more like me. Like that. Love that. So first pick and first ban are going to the side of Heavy Greg. We'll have to see what get rid of. Sky Temple is an interesting map. Sky Temple is one of the few maps in the map pool where you can somewhat win by avoiding the enemy, because like occupying you can't redeem boots. Wrong channel. Plus I have to go get them. I don't want to do that. I can show you. We're in fall, so I'm burning my candle. This is a caramel vanilla candle. I very much like it. It was all sway swooey. Chromie is a little da da da. Chromie is a little da da da. Okay, so we're going to have Garage and Chromie being banned out. I kind of got distracted by talk of boots. It's not my fault. And then we did go ahead and get the May and Lucio. My goth swoop is going crazy right now. It's a problem. Come on. Be less dumb looking. Stupid hair. We do have Johanna being picked up first and foremost. Stukov and Greymate. Okay, that's interesting. Stukov definitely, like, that to me says Johanna's a very, very defensive take. Johanna is, sorry, Hoku? I also like treating you like a little kid. What about Jingly Jingies?
Anytime you're ready.
I'll try and go grab some boots before game 2. I'm not going to get up and go get them right now. You can't make me. That's interesting. So that to me says, so Johanna, Raider is a very, very big push hero on the side. Malfurion is kind of an anti-engage healer. So that to me says that Heavy Greg are not interested in fighting directly into the other team. They're more going to stay back, stay away. Oh, interesting. Apather, not what I would have expected.
Do your worst.
Where's the base? I guess that kind of works. Wait, is it backwards? I think I put it on backwards. I'm a pro at this. Okay. Guys, you're distracting me. Oh, that's okay. So remember I said they were being a little bit defensive and not being super engagey? That changed the last second. We've got Diablo and Yrel going into a Malthael. That is a big problem, especially for Diablo. Malthael absolutely wrecks Diablo, especially in the late game. Like, here's the thing, whenever Malthael gets stacked, it's like every time Malthael touches you, you lose 8% of your health. Not in an extended fight, it's not as detrimental, but if they've got Raynor and Malfurion keeping the opponents at a distance, then Malthael is fantastic. And then if they come in, Kira can go ahead and just hit the entire team. That is a very I want to see how that goes. That woke me up. Hello. Also, cat. Alright, let's get to game number 1. Kind of go see where this goes. Oh, that's moving everywhere. I hope I didn't just mess everything up. I might have. Whoops. Alright, coming into game number 1 here on Sky Temple, representing our blue team, the baddest of the rats. We do go to have French playing the Grey Mane, Lunara playing the Hoppy Deer. We do have Ding Dong on that there Diablo, Neon coming out here on the Stukov, and we do have Jamster playing the Harlequin Urel. Representing the side of Heavy Greg, over on the orange side of the battlefield, we do have Synthesis playing the Kira. We're going to have JK Mastermind coming out here on the Jimmy Rayner. Randy Newman is going to be on Malfurion. Corrosive is going to be playing the Johanna. And then Jim Jam is on the Malthiel. Jim Jam, don't bother me. Jim Jam, don't bother me. Jim Jam, don't bother me, because I belong to somebody. We're going to have that rotation down. Are they setting up for a assault whenever this group comes down? It does look like Kira's going to circumvent them and move the other way, but will we have them actually move into this side? Alright, well, they definitely know where Diablo is now. But granted, with Lunara having to step away, I'm not surprised they went ahead and moved back. A move back. A move back. Coming into level 1 talents, we do have no questing talents other than the automatic Black Soul Stone. We do have, interesting, we do have the Giants being picked up by Heavy Greg. Meanwhile, Bad Rats have gone ahead and prioritized the top, going for what I call the Dax strat. Hello, Weed Queen. Welcome, welcome. Do go and have Cyanide moving backward. I do have to say, Cyanide is a great, great, great name for someone who's playing a poison hero. Alright, there's this. Corrosive going in and moving in. But look at Synthesis. If they can get a flip, no, they end up getting the flip onto Johanna. Johanna immediately unstops, and Ding Dong having to get the heck out. Meanwhile, up here, they have been... That was the thing, because they picked this up, and they wanted to go ahead and get damage done. Because here's the thing, if you occupy this temple, it will get this down to about 50%. But if you can actually knock down these before the phase starts, then just controlling top can get you an entire fort. And that may be what they're going for. I miss Dax. Tell Dax to come back. And Daxy come back. He can blame it all on me. This crow's moving forward. Ding Dong in a little bit of trouble. There are 4 of them. They are pushing here into the middle pretty aggressively. But that does mean that there's nobody up top at the moment. Oh, I have thought they moved forward and actually like took some undue advantage. We do have a slight experience lead, but super, super slight on the side of the Bad Rats. And now it's closed back up again.
My magic flows through the temples. Guardians, do not let these...
Now our blue team, I was a bit surprised they're not prioritizing top a little bit more. It's going to end up working for them because based on the way they played, they really want this. French does get taken out by Kira. Kira goes ahead. I like how it's like poison versus bleed in this game, which are basically the same mechanic. They just have different names. And different color effects. Oh, nice little boop, boop, boop from the temple. But Ding Dong, the witch is dead. And we do go have a triple kill on the side of the Heavy Gregories. Yes, it's Heavy Gregories. Good old Greg. Urel is going to have to go in and get the heck out of dodge. Yamster goes in and goes away, but does get the full thing. However, because they didn't get this... Like I said, this will get it down to about 50%. They did actually take out this tower at half the wall, which did knock it from 50% down to about 20%. But they do not get the entire thing. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this was contested. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, I expect it to be a bit lower than that. That's why it's not done yet. And there we go, about the 50%. Look at me, knowing what I'm talking about.
You have stolen enough of my temple power. Return to your war hero.
I do have an invasion happening right here. So this one move down. This is a little bit critical because it's going to run right here and then just start shelling. Now, we will have this wave will come in. We'll notice that. It's not going to be a situation like Dragonshire. Counter kill on the side of Bad Rats. Jamster did go ahead. Actually, I guess it was Stukov that actually did it. Alright, Chim Chim going ahead and getting a lot of damage. French dove in there for a lot on that. Cat, will you leave me alone? This is the biggest problem I have with like being a caster, is that my cat is just like assaulting my legs with his nose, and I'm constantly trying to stay focused. My French moving back up here. They look like they're going to go ahead and take this camp once again. Temples are coming up. This will be a bottom temple only. Only one temple coming up on the map, so we definitely will have a fight over that one. Alright, both sides pick that up. Now here's the question, because if we do have the temple coming up in 5 seconds, and definitely a priority is being held on the side of Heavy Greg. A lot of the blue team is up top trying to push that in. So this will get occupied. Now you might be like, but Raka, this will only this won't get the full fort, and you're right. If with Ding Dong moving back, if they push this, they can definitely get the whole fort. Now at the same time though, can't move. Okay, this is becoming a bigger problem there now. They're just going ahead and riding down with this. We do have a little bit of engage as we have the middle. A massive shove, in fact, going through. Gems are going ahead and getting pickled on a little bit. Pickle is a very technical term. Oh my goodness. This ends up with 2,500 hit points. Now there is the cleanup, 4 kills, but they got this entire thing. Here's the next time this comes up. Actually, that's not true because it will shell all of the forts first. It won't go directly here. All right, and there goes that going down. Right, there's Ding Dong coming down. Ding Dong, the witch is dead. Lots of damage. Oh, nice job of the Kira. Kira goes ahead and gets that just instantaneous move through. Jams are taking a ton of damage, goes ahead and Urel leaps out, but that is a 2 for nothing so far. Diablo did, of course, come back. Jamster does get chased down, and this is going to be a boss coming out in favor of Heavy Greg. Fantastic! Now, obviously, Diablo is coming back with 25 souls. 25% of of the power he wants to have for these team fights. So he's going to have to be a little bit further away. Temples are coming up in about 8 seconds. But with the boss now picked up, I'm not sure that Bad Rats can stick around and fight for Temple. But I'm actually not sure Happy Greg is going up there. They look like they're going to have James Raynor sit down here. Go ahead and just blast into this. Meanwhile, there's a push happening. Hey, remember when you were super mean and you killed our thing? This is how it feels? Nice job on the Kira. I perfectly predicted where the Johanna would pull their opponent back to. This is a very, very, very big, like, well-practiced synergy. I'm very impressed so far. And the boss is riding in down to about 20%, but both sides are laser beaming the outer fort of their opponent. Oh my goodness, I don't want to go away, but I have to know. Okay, about 1,500. I like didn't see any color on the map. I saw a completely dark blued out building. I was like, how low is that? There are no pixels left. Alright, Jamster's in a little bit of trouble. Jamster's trying to run away. He's got to run away. There's no running from this fate. Meanwhile, we do go in and have French down here trying to push a little bit of a counter assault. They need to be a little bit careful. Like, this is going to get cleaned out, and then they can just actually walk away and let that push. But they're not gonna. They're like, we can do damage. You guys are pushing fort. We're pushing keep. Temples are coming up. Looks like the majority of the fight here. The Gregs are ready to go. Ready to rock. Ready to roar. Ready to do it all a more. Alright, there we have Fire Breath coming out. Corrosive going ahead. Corrosive getting poisoned. Let's go. One of my favorite things in this game is when Cyanide attacks Corrosive. It just seems super appropriate. We do go ahead and have a kill on counter kill now, one per side. But there we have Synthesis. Synthesis trying to get away, may not be able to do so. Ding Dong is right on top of them, and there's the slow coming from the Stukov. Ding Dong says, "No, no, ma'am, no." No whirly flippy stuff. We know you already used that up. Oh, Cyanide is actually bleeding out. Will survive? They will survive. Something, something, something. How to love, you know they're still alive. Alright, we are going to go ahead. There's Mastermind moving in. Mastermind needs to be a bit careful. They are. Actually, they're not really outnumbered because Greymane and French. No, French is Greymane and Cyanide went back here. We do have the massive shove, and there is going to be our orange team stepping forward, being like, no, we are getting the rest of these shots. You guys have too many people back defending. You cannot push us off this.
My temple's power has been expended. You are stronger than I believed.
Alright, lots of damage onto Ding Dong. Ding Dong moving back. There's the Last Rice. Does not quite get Ding Dong finished off. Last Rice has taken down 2 people in the game so far. So he's cooling down 10 seconds faster than otherwise would. There's a big damage onto the healer, and that's going to be a lot of going through. Because this is actually the end of the game. It feels very early for the end of the game. They're only down for about 40 seconds, but 2 of them went down, really 3. Ding Dong is like at super low souls, but no, they're not going for the end. I'm not surprised. That felt a little gutsy to me. They will come over here and go ahead and pick up the boss real quick. Alright, Bossy is picked up, and Malthy will move back. Go ahead and stop these waves from pushing in. Cyanide moves back as well, trying to... Yep, it does look like they're like, we have to stop this boss. It is going straight in on our core. I do not disagree with that strategery. We do have... This is the only temple coming up. But it looks like they are interested in doing a fight instead. Lots of damage. There's Cyanide. Cyanide goes and gives away, but there's the Last Rites. Last Rites do not quite end it. Very, very, Neon getting a very... Cyanide, go heal! What the heck? Are you aware of your hit points right now? I'm sorry, I'm watching Cyanide instead of watching the molecule just killing the world. And that is going to be the end of game number 1 as the boss moves forward and Heavy Greg takes it. Now keep in mind, Heavy Greg is the 2nd seed. Bad Rats are coming in as 1st seed, so this is not the expected outcome, but it is 1st seed versus 2nd seed, so it's not really that surprising. But look at the stats at the end of game number 1. We do go ahead and get hero damage, 53,000 coming from JK Mastermind. Mastermind, just kidding. We do have Synthesis coming out with 41,000 and Malthiel with 38. Top healing does actually go to Malfurion. That's super impressive because all the damage is from the red team and all the healing is also from the red team. Like, there wasn't that much to heal. That's probably why we ended up with Blue having such a difficult time actually picking up kills, is because Randy Newman was just healing his Keister off. Yes, Keister, very technical term. And for that side soak, we do gonna have Malthiel out soaking the Yrel by, you know, about 10,000 experience. Yeesh. Alright, looking at the stats, we don't quite get level 20 on the side of the Bad Rats, but there are full stat arrays. Feel free to copy them down, take them into Stormleague, get all of the epic and amazing victories. And I will see you in game number 2.
Dragonshire.
Hello, hello, ladies and jelly spoons. Welcome to game number 2. Welcome to the second game. I forgot the boots. It's not my fault. Eternally Blue distracted me. Why is my hair terrible today? I'm not here for it. Oh, we will be back.
Dragonshire.
Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Sorry, I'm feeling very self-conscious right now. You will forgive me. That's too much. That's too much. That's a little better. Da-da-da. Yeah, we'll go with that one. We'll go with that one. But looking at things, we do have Lucio being the first one banned out. Oh, interesting. Deathwing being banned out. I mean, if you're gonna go to Dragonshire, it makes sense to get rid of the dragons. The Johanna. So pick me up before you Jojo. Keep on hanging out like a yo-yo. And then, oh, that's obviously targeted. I'm like, Diva is not very, very high in the meta. So there's obviously just a really, really good Diva player over on the side of the bad rats. Maybe coming out. Ding dong, the May's not dead. The May is here. Oh dear, oh dear. Ding dong, the May, 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 May. Hi ho, the dairy-o. Sing it high, sing it low. Ding dong, the May, 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 May. I'm having fun. There's Corrosive coming out, as well as the Randy Newman. So we are going to have ETC. ETC is ETC is very much a feast or famine. Like, when it works, but my gosh, if ETC is predicted very well, then they can just absolutely obliterate the cow. Brightwing also a little bit, like, can come in, but does not have a lot of hit points. Very squishy team coming out of the side of Heavy Greg thus far. That said, May is not the best of the engaged tanks. So won't be punished that hard. They do go in and get rid of the Entomb. Entomb would be really, really good against this team. There's Hoku. Oh, hello, Forecourt Jester. It's been a while, I feel like. These are my red lacers, Hoku. Alright, we do go and have Sylvanas coming out from JK Mastermind, and then Chim Chim is rocking the Junkrat. So, very much, again, the extremely, like, this is a team that they can't stay in a fight very long. They want to go in. It almost reminds me of some of the, like, leadership meetings I've been to, where it's like, be brief, be spectacular, and be gone. They go in, they do all of the damage, they drop dump trucks of damage, and then the fight is either over or we do go and have, okay, so it's going to be Thrall and Samuro. A little bit more durable a team coming out of the bad rats.
For the frozen throne.
Wait, is Corrosive an offline ETC? Oh, that debated me. I definitely was not expecting this. So here we go into game number 2. Everyone, get yourself ready. Get yourself set. Gonna rock at the behead. I don't know. I don't think things through, but I will get into the game. Let me know who you think is going to win. Heavy Greg is up 1-0. This is a best of 3. Let's get into it. Alright, coming into game number 2, representing Bad Rats here on the blue side of the battlefield. We do go ahead and get French is playing the War Chief himself, Thrall. Ding Dong is on the May. We do go ahead and have Vinx playing Samuro. Vinx playing Samuro's first clone, and Vinx playing Samuro's second clone. Dion is going to come out here and play the Stukov. And then Cyanide is on the Sand Princess herself, Chromie. The one dragon representing Dragonshire. Okay, maybe not the one blue dragon representing Dragonshire. On the side of the orange dragons, we have Randy Newman on the Brightwing. We have Chim Chim onto the Junkrat. JK Mastermind going to come out here on the Sylvanus. We do have Composite playing the Anubarak. And who have I not said? Oh, ETC being played by Corrosive. I was like, there's another player. I'm missing them somehow. There's a Ouija. French does get Polymorph, does get a Void getting hit, and there's some Spirit Wolves going in onto the ETC. Not letting that happen. Very quick rotations we do have. It's actually an off-lane Andubarak. unexpected, but very cool. Oh, lots of frozen coming in here. That's going to be a lot of boom, boom, boom. But we do go and have, speaking of boom, 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 the Junkrat says, get away from my team. They may have gotten frozen a little bit, but that doesn't mean you get to kill them. There's rules to this.
Take control of the shrines.
Shrines are coming up. They're coming up. We have Corrosive on the other side. Everyone's in the area, but they can't really move in because the Nubrock is not down here. It is 5 versus 4. However, the boom from Junkrat does kill a Stukov. That means there's no healer on the side of the blue team. Ding Dong trying to get out of here, but Sylvanas is not interested in letting them. There is the sand coming through. Corrosive is still on the pursuit. I'm not sure why. Corrosive, you're all alone. Alright, Corrosive goes ahead and dives behind the somewhat protection of the wall. Although with this most recent patch, less protected than normal. And then comes right back out. I'm Corrosive, I don't care. We have Samro dealing with Composite up here. I'm a duper wreck and I don't care. I'm catching up with Chad now, and suddenly all I have stuck in my head is, you drive me crazy. You're just Hoku.
I tried to save this realm. Now it burns.
So we do have a very quick Dragonite picked up by the Sand Dragon. And good positioning on the side of Chromie. Does stand far enough north that the dragon is not going to get hit by both areas. Oh, Sylvanas almost goes down. Sylvanas down to... How many hit points is that? 700. I bet it was about 500 after the boop. It's healed a little bit since then. Alright, front wall goes down. Both towers. I would too, Lime, very much so. Corrosive's like... Okay, who's gonna put the time out there? I do have to say, of all the games in the house, I do like the fact that they specifically gave the Dragon Knight a like punt.
That beast is not.
Also, do you think Chromie is just absolutely living in glee whenever she goes to Dragon Knight? Like, she's finally tall. I guess Chromie could be any way she wants to. Ding Dong side of Neon, moving on up, moving on up. Alright, a little bit of invasion, taking advantage of the patch's change and how easy it is to go in under a fort. There's no call for aid anymore, and so they're not really getting punished. What is getting punished though is the Sylvanas, and they are still just moving forward. I do have to say, making good use of the fact that Samro can kind of be everywhere in order to be extremely aggressive on this map. There's Ding Dong. Ding Dong takes a decent bit of damage, but there's that silence coming in for the Stukov once again. 2 kills to 1 advantage on the side of the bad rats. Definitely trying to make sure this is not end up a one-sided series, as they are here with a vengeance in game number 2.
The shrines awaken once more. Who will wield the Dragon Knight's ancient strength?
Alright, going ahead and picking up these camps, getting free experience, getting free push. Does look like both teams have about the same idea.
Become the Dragon Knight and claim vengeance for my family.
Alright, we are looking at potentially being channelable again as Ding Dong goes ahead and gets to the bottom. This will go ahead and trigger the laser beams. Junkrat going to stay in the area. Wants to make sure no one's trying to channel. Yep, their side moves back real quick and be like, okay, well. Meanwhile, there's a battle going on down here. 3 versus 3. JK Mash might having a little bit of trouble moving forward. That's what I was saying. Like, there's such a... If they can get in, they can get a lot of damage, but they do have a hard time staying in the fight if they don't get an immediate advantage. Yeah, please be careful. Was walking right into a danger delta. All right, does get that Dragonite. Man, these are very involved battles. We have Crozer coming in with a stage dive, which again is not the, like, if it's the tank ETC and not the offline ETC, stage dive makes even less sense. So I'm getting mixed signals out of this draft coming out of Heavy Greg. Lots of damage on the May, but not enough. And there's another boop, boop, boop.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
All right, 2 forts down on the side of Heavy Greg. And the Dragonite goes down once again. We do have a level 10s at this point. Looking at our level 10 talents, we do go and have Sundering coming out, Blade Storm, Temporal Loop, Ice Wall, and Massive Shove. There is the Whaley Arrow, Stage Dive, Locust Swarm, Blink Heal, and Rip Tire. Yep. Alright, Ding Dong getting a little bit stuck. And there is the stage dive comes in, lots of damage. They're a little bit isolated. They're trying to get out of here. Chim Cham is getting a bunch of damage. There's the Boop coming out of the Junkrat. And the health bars are just not going down as quickly as I would expect them to. This is, again, the issue with just how squishy the orange draft is. They don't even really have a playmaker. Like, they don't have Cocoon in order to isolate. And it's like the Junkrat Riptire is not going to, like, do focus damage on one specific hero.
It won't be long before the shrines are ready for the taking.
Okay, Brightwing in a bit of a tick of trouble. We're going to have that coming down. But there's the teleport to safety from Randy Newman. Not going to go down just so easily. But we do go ahead and have the Giants are pelting away at this lower location. The sand falls. There comes the stage dive. Immediate push away from Niam. So that's the first keep of the game going down. They are going to back off. They don't want to try and stay in here and fight just yet. But meanwhile, we've got Stamrogue taking bottom, Ding Dong taking top, and are we rotating into the mid? It does look like there's going to be defenders nearby. Big old stun coming through. Oh, Ding Dong, okay, does go ahead and hit the D real quick. And there's the ice wall, but no, we're going to go ahead and actually gets killed by a minion. How difficult is that? Okay, this is the turnaround. They are getting the damage they need, and there go 2 members of the Bad Rats. They're looking for Cyanide, not going to catch up to the Sand Mage. But what will they do with the about 20 seconds they have? The answer appears to be not a whole lot. They're going to take bottom. But they're not going to get a lot of forward momentum done just yet. They are down a talent tier in 2 levels, so like their caution is understandable. They have switched it around though, and ETC is now at the top, which is what we kind of expected the whole time. Oh, hello, Brazil. Brazil. Composite goes ahead and moves back on that Anubrak down to about 10% health. Does not want to hang in that battle anymore. But they are trying to catch up. They did get about a level since the last time I looked, and the 16 has not moved that much further, so well done, well done. Alright, camp at the bottom being taken. It does look like this will counter push top, at least a little bit. Junkrat does come down here in order to deal with these giants. But we're about to have a big engagement. But here's the thing. The bad rats are all here. Junkrat is not... okay, no, Chromie isn't here either, so it is even for right now. There's the last arrow comes out. Thrall is not able to press buttons for a second. And there is the stun from Corrosive. This is a retreat as Junkrat... no! Junkrat goes straight bottom. Junkrat is not coming to help fight. Big old silence coming out. Corrosive going ahead and oh, that is going to be a dead Brightwing for sure. The sand trap ends that, as does ETC. Not going to survive this. And there's a big push coming towards the Bridge of Death right now. In the new Bararacatura, we on Bumbleway. Alright. Horde Warchief going to go to Dragon Warchief. I wonder if Chromie's mad that someone else gets to be a dragon. Chromie's like, but I'm the dragon. Alright, there goes that. Alright, Thrall is moving in. They have now moved down to their win condition lane. Not trying to get damage done. They're trying to go ahead and distract the other team and let Samro do Samro things. I mean, it's really not. Oh, but that's going to be a problem. I'm surprised no one got iced by that. We do go and have Ding Dong getting kicked back by the Dragonite real quick. Trying to heal up. We do go and have... oh, Ding Dong does actually get taken down. Ding Dong deaded. They are moving in. Samuro has come back. Is trying to help with this. There's Corrosive. Corrosive gets the stun, trying to move back. It's just a little bit. Randy Newman gets pushed back, but is Brightwing going to go in and teleport back into the fray? Anubrak is waiting for a burrow charge. Is in an angle where they're trying to go in and get this knocked off. I don't know if they'll be able to. They are falling slowly behind. Yep, not quite able to get it done. Oh, never mind. They do get a spike into Chromie. Go ahead and knocks her up. That sounds a bit bad out of context. Level 20 is online for the side of Bad Rats. We are going to go ahead and see Wind Rush, Dance of Death, Piercing Sand, Flash Freeze, and Push Comes to Shove. Isolans is moving to the bottom of the map, going to go ahead and clear out these giants. It does seem like, thankfully, Heavy Greg is stabilizing. They're definitely not in a advantageous positioning. They're not even at an even footing, but at the very least, they are pushing their opponents back at this point. It is 4 kills to 8. They still need another level, though. Trying to fight into them down 20s is a terrible idea. ETC is up top trying to collect that level for the time being.
Harness the power of sun and moon. Put an end to this cursed realm.
Alright, that's going to be a treat. However, it does look like we are getting up for another Dragonite coming in. We're going to have May gets this, and then Thrall is ready to be a dragon one more time. Not going to get there in time, Junkrat. Nice attempt.
The Dragon Knight shall reduce you to cinders.
So we have the Dragonite marching forward. We're on the cusp of level 20 for Heavy Greg. Yeah, ETC is waiting to stage dive in. Yet they are moving in, trying to get this taken care of. ETC, get over here! Like, I know, did ETC take the upgrade? Yeah, it did take Power Bracer, so I was waiting to go ahead and land with that. Oh, a little bit of anti-synergy as ETC gets pushed out and avoids the ice wall. But there's the silence coming down, silence onto Ding Dong. Vinx going ahead and getting hit by that Riptire. There's another big old massive shove coming from the Stuko, who are down to 40%. They're trying to get this taken out. The Dragon Knight does go down to 14%. Can they save this? I don't think the answer is yes. And we do go and have game number 2 ending with a victory for Bad Rats. 1-1. We're going to game 3. I mean, we're going to game 3 regardless, but you know what I mean. Looking at the strategery, we did go ahead and get, in terms of damage, Cyanide does lead the way. 60,000 damage, of course, the game. 51,000 coming out of Chim Chim. And then French doing 49,000. We're going to go ahead and have Randy Newman coming out with 77,000 healing. Niam coming out with 67. And that ever-important side soak, we do have Vinx leading the way. To be fair, though, like, was Corrosive the off-laner? Was Anubrak the off-laner? It was kind of everyone. So comparisons are hard, is what I'm trying to say. That's interesting. I can request to join the blue party, but I can't request to join... you know what? I bet the red party is full. That might be why. Talents, that seems generous. Here they are. Copy them down. Take them into Storm League. Get all of the epic and amazing victory. And I will see you. I will see thee in game number 3. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to game number 3. We are down back to a best of 3 at this point. We've gone 1-1, so the best of 5 no longer applies. We've wiped this slate clean, and we are back to a best of 3. Let's go. And the shadow from this just makes me look bad. I apologize for being so vain tonight, but I'm vain tonight. Everybody get vain tonight. We have Lucio being banned out, Deathwing once again, not gracing the battlefield. What will change? We definitely have seen both of these teams kind of run the clock on the other. Second game was won by Bad Rats pretty decisively. Heavy Greg did not actually get a building down. Game number 1, Heavy Greg won, and I'm also going to say fairly decisively, like, Bad Rats did get buildings down for game number 1, but it's Sky Temple, like, you kind of can't avoid that. There is the Croby being banned out, trying to force, who was that? Was that, Ding Dong? I can't remember who the Cromy was, but the Cromy was the, no, Cyanide. Cyanide's not here. Why is Cyanide gone? Cyanide's not my favorite name, I get to make so many stupid references about it. So do I have Johanna being picked up by Corrosive? Not being removed? Bum 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 bum. So we got Team Orc going so far. Oh my gosh, it would be so amazing if we had Team Orc. Okay, after Garrosh and Rhaegar, I need you to draft Thrall, Gul'dan, and Samuro. So there's Raynor again. This is giving me idea or like remembrances of the first game. They go with a different night elf though, and this night elf is a high elf. They're using the high elven Tyrande skin. So they do go and get rid of Malthael. They also are like, this looks very similar to game number 1, and they do not want Malthael going haywire, especially not on the Garrosh. Now keep in mind, Tychus is still available once again the Diva ban. I don't know why you ban Diva. Obviously they're going all orcs. Whoops, all orcs. Well, never mind. They broke the rule that I decided. We have French going for the Greybane. Should still have an offlaner and one more DPS. Okay, let's go. Okay, Genji is going to be the Abathur Hunter. I'm already calling it. Well, lots of spicy picks this time around. I mean, Abathur is definitely what I want to see the most. Abathur is fantastic, but also, this is Battlefield, so this is, somewhat like... You're not going to be able to make teamfights as lopsided because there's only 2 teamfights happening at a time. But there's Vings coming back. So we do have 3 orcs. I'll take 3 orcs. Technically 3.5 because Abathur can become a ultimate evolution and become a 4th orc. Raymond, you're letting us down here. And no, you don't get partial credit for gas on the other side. That's not an orc. But here we go into game number 2, or game number 3. Here we go for win number 2 for one of these 2 teams. Everyone, hold on to your butts. We're going in. Man, someone's taking forever to load. Hopefully it's not me. Oh no, it's me. What's going on? Move, little progress bar. That was very strange. But we made it. We made it. I think the Abathur. Okay, here we go. Coming into game number 3, we are a 1-to-1 series. We're going to go ahead and get Niam is playing the Rhaegar Ding Dong onto the Loktosh Garrosh. Jamster in the middle lane is on that Abattoir. French is going to be playing the Greymane. And up at the top lane, we do have Samuro being played by Vinx.
Battle begins in 10 seconds.
On the other side of the battlefield, we do go in and get Composite Santa coming in playing the Gazlowe in his little... That's what I wore when I was a bad kid. They put a paper bag on my head. That's like the poor kid's Halloween costume. We do also have Corrosive playing the Johanna. JK Mastermind is coming in onto the Raynor. The James Laynor. Synthesis is going to be on the Abathur hunting duty on the Genji. And Randy Newman going to be running around the Christmas tree playing Tarunda. Corrosive coming in, goes in pools of French. Protected, by the way. Nice double stun on the Sharonda, that's what we're looking for. Unfortunately, Sharonda does not take the quest to hit people with the, because that would be a great start to it. Now moving down to the bottom. Meanwhile, Samuro is pushing in onto the Gaz up top. Jamster, what are you doing? Oh yeah, Synthesis was looking for him. I think that was intentionally in order to mess up the Genji and be like, I'm gonna make my Locust come from a weird angle, and you'll have a hard time figuring out where the heck where I actually am. Or he wants the Abathur to like park up here and have the Locust just go like this the whole game. See how long it takes them to notice. Oh, Genji found the Abba. Good job, Synthesis. That is 1-to-1. Alright, we don't have any stacking talents at level 1. We do go and get at level 4. Genji is going to take Shuriken Mastery up to 4 stacks, 6 stacks. But that's going to be a death onto the Jojo Johanna. We do have Behemoth Armor coming out of James Laynor. And then Subdue is going to be a lot of quests on the side of Heavy Greg. 23 seconds. They need to be finished with this, not just now starting it. That's a little bit of a whoops whoops. Eventually they do have James Raynor coming out. I'm assuming Raynor took Exterminator. Yep. Like he better have. There's Raynor going in, doing lots of shooty shoots. Ding Dong wants this. Does go ahead and get laser beamed by the Corrosive. But meanwhile, Samuro's up top pushing with that Shaman Camp. We're going to have to do something about that sooner rather than later. Alright, Genji goes down, tries to go in for the kill. French does go ahead and get exploded. Has to go out and get out of there. Does leap out of the way of the explosion. That is going to be a halftime trigger on the side of Heavy Greg. But meanwhile, no one's dealt with this yet, and this wall is taking a pounding. Here comes Composite Santa. Alright, Bing's coming down here. They're actually, like, pulling ahead. There's the rest of the team coming down. So, oh, geez, they went to ours. I do think Raider will probably help them pull ahead, but it is going to be a little close. And no, it's actually, it is actually the blue team that wins that. I did not think they would catch up to Raider, but they sure showed me.
Radiates through this land.
Here comes Ilarion, flying to the bottom.
To me, warriors, I march to hell's gates. Bring down
Alright, up to 33 stacks of Shuriken Mastery. Halfway there. Whoa, we're halfway there. We have Behemoth Armor coming up. And then Subdue, still not completed yet. So of course, Subdue is that talent that you don't have to complete it. It still gives you something even before you do the quest. Alright, Composite trying to hold back the Samuro. Composite trying to hold on, but it is difficult. There's also an Abathur up here. That does mean the 4-man can go ahead and push into the 3-man with relative impunity. Alright, that is picked up by the side of our orange team. So we do have the Immortal spawning in just a second. Now keep in mind the blue camp has already come back up. So it is available. The orange camp is not quite up just yet because they got it a little bit later. It's the last time around. Last time around. We're not quite level 10 yet. This is an advantage because there's no ultimate evolution available. And that does make the team fight a lot stronger. Both teams going for their Shaman camp. Yeah, I'm going to say Shaman. Ding dong! Yeah, Garage got a little bit big for their bridges, but Corrosive will probably go down as well. Neon looking for this. No, we do go and have that. X-Ride coming down. There, Neon does go in and use Self-Ancestral, Best Ancestral, trying to go in. There's Protected. Synthesis goes in and moves back, and will get eaten alive by the Big Bad Wolf. Big Bad Wolf. This is pushing forward. Cinero is actually leaving. Okay, they are trading out. They're having French come up here and finish off the rest of this. French says, oh, yummy goblin! Not quite able to get to the realm of protection just yet. Not that I think it would have necessarily made a difference. He was very, very low on health. But here come the red-orange team being like, okay, you're gonna play Touch and Giggle up top. We're gonna go and move to halftime. Defensive spawns. That is what you're looking for if you are a Bad Rats fan. We do have ults up. The big question, Abathur did take Ultimate Evolution, so can participate in team fights every now and again. So we are moving up here in order to try and at least clear this out. I don't know if they'll actually kill the Samuro. I'm not 100% sure why this happened. We keep seeing Happy Greg get to halftime and then go to the top lane instead of trying to actually like finish it. I guess this is defensive, but the last time it was very weird. To go and have Captain America's shield coming back, there is the Ancestral coming in. Big push in, lots of damage coming in. There's the taunt coming down, and Rain are going to not be alive. But they do also get the Samuros 1 for 1, and there's going to be a Garage shortly in a second. Patronda also goes down. It's 2 for 2 at this point. There is Niam looking at this. French trying to move out of danger and out of dodge. Keep in mind, though, even though it's 2 versus 2, or it's actually 2v3 because Abathur can't really participate in the fight directly, and Ultimate Evolution has been used. But never mind, got a little bit too big for their britches. Alright, oh, there is the spin. Mastermind taking a bunch of damage, but they do go and get the Grand Bane. They look at Niam over here, but meanwhile back here, Vinx is trying to fight the world. Vinx is fighting everyone. The blue Immortal does win, but Samurai goes down one more time. So I don't know how effective this Immortal is actually going to be. It's so weird they could just like start attacking the Immortal right here. Like, get it down! Alright, more structured damage done by the side of Bad Rats so far. Relatively even, 8 kills to 6. Like, so both teams are able to give and get it pretty evenly.
I must rest for a time.
Yeah, Garot or Abathur's been like, I'm not messing with this. Oh wait, where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Bottom lane is picked up. We do go and have a quick pickup on this Shaman camp. They may try and push top. Raider's actually up there instead of Gazlo, try and hold this back. Meanwhile, Samurai will go ahead and increase the pressure by picking this up here. Alright, lots of damage going through. We do go and have that. French goes in and gets hit by an owl coming through. Jamster is cloned. That's not a real Jamster, that's a fake Jamster. Alright, Gasso up here trying to hold off the tide. Meanwhile, there is an aggression happening in here, protected by the way. Goes ahead and moves in. I have to wonder if we have the Mega Deflect at level 20. Because that is, they're throwing it in and doing a lot of damage to Genji. That might be very effective. That's assuming we make it to level 20.
From your corruption, Hellspawn.
Both teams knocking on the door, level 16. We'll have to see where they go in just a second.
Be warned, allies. I moved to new ground.
Yeah, that wasn't even close. Like, that's a... Orange just has to, like, commit to attacking the other one. Because that's the... If a race happens, Orange just absolutely destroys the race. Gaslo is coming down, trying to move into this. Gaslo should have Gravel Bomb up again, and there it gets used. Kill onto Garage. French super low. Goes for Synthesis, but Synthesis will get that taken out. We do have Garage going down as well. Neom trying to get on top and will go in and get Genji down, but this will go to be the first Immortal phase that is going in favor of Heavy Greg as they clean up 3 of their unis, only lose a single person. Winter going back and dealing with this. This did push through the bottom fort, but top fort going to be aggressed upon in just a little bit. Bum bum bum, just a little bit.
The demon approaches the gates of heaven.
Alright, this one is still fully healthy, but we're going to see how long that lasts as the Immortal comes in. Alright, they are pushing through. Nambro actually comes around and gets the other fort from the other side, though. I hadn't noticed that was happening. I heard Blue Team gets a fort. I'm like, wait, what? How? However, with Sam not defending this, they have gone through. They've gotten through the top fort. There's a big old bomb. And they come right back into the danger zone. I think they didn't actually think that would land, but it sure did. And it looks like a keep is also going down against the aggression of Heavy Greg. Chancer coming forward once JK Mastermind. Vinks leading the way. Now Genji is not here, so they do have the advantage in this. Alright, we are level 18 to level 19. I'm really interested in what we have because obviously the Shuriken Mastery is fully done. Oh, that's why we've got Genji becoming a Wrecking Ball. He came in like a wrecking blade.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Rose is actually coming up here to stop this. They're very good at identifying which Sam is the right one, which is not that, like when you play Sam for a bit, you can tell which one is not AI movement. Alright, there we have, and we do end up with... Okay, no, its living weapon is not the deflect one. I was hoping for the deflect one, not gonna lie. We got the bomb toss, the Mickey Mouse talent coming out of Gaslo. We're gonna go ahead and get ice blade arrows, and what do we got? What do we got, Jimmy? This is Jimmy! Mein Gott! Alright, the bomb toss is going to be very, very good at trying to keep people out of there. Oh my gosh, so much damage, and that's just Garage absolutely melted. Garage, you have armor? No, you don't. Alright, this is pushing in. Someone's gonna have to go deal with that. But we do have a dang near fully shielded immortal going to the bottom of the map in just a second. So I do think, okay, they just send Gaslow back, being like, okay, go ahead and clear that out. But the rest of us, we got stuff to do.
For the gates of heaven.
Alright, lots of damage going through. They're really good at that lockdown. They just get one thing in there, and then all of a sudden you just can't move, while Genji goes in and does every bit of damage, every set of damage. And there is the last of the real structures on the blue team. Like, there's structures up here, but they don't count. He's unstoppable today. You do go and have that going in. Big bomb following it up. X-Strike comes down. So much damage onto Ding Dong. Not enough to actually get Ding Dong down. However, while the fight's going on, we have the Riddle just shelling away. Core is down to 46% as Samuro goes down. 31%, 30%, 25%. They're still going. GG called by Vinx. And that is going to be the end of game number 3. We do have Heavy Greg going up 2-1 against our hated opponents, the Bad Rats. With that being said, we do go ahead and have hero damage, 79,000 coming out of Jamster, leading the way in terms of the overall damage. We do get Gaslow with 61,059 coming from JK Mastermind. Healing-wise, I mean, Rhaegar and Tyrande aren't really a fair comparison, but Rhaegar coming out with 121,000, basically double the 62,000 from Randy Newman. And then in terms of the side soak, we do have Gaslow significantly outsoaking the Samuro. Samuro going down to play a little bit too often if you're trying to purely win in soak numbers, which they probably weren't trying to do. Talents, that seems generous. Here they are. Copy them down. You guys were looking at them all game. I'm sure you have thoughts. I'm purely an offlaner, and I don't really play... I mean, I play Gaslow some. I always like the big Gravo at the end because I'm simple. But I will see you for more in game number 4.
Spider Queen.
Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for game number 4. I forgot to update the scores because I'm super good at my job. Do have Heavy Greg up 2-1, trying to finish this series out, but I have a feeling the Bad Rats are not going to be too pleased Peaches to have that happen. We do have Chromie being the first band coming out. May being banned out. Interesting. That tells me there's some strategy that they don't want May to go up against, because the only time that May has shown up in this series has been when Bad Rats drafted it. Diva being banned out as well. Not a ban on Deathwing this time. How so is the map so small? There was Line Bus. Randy Newman was the best. Yeah, I said it.
Oh, this is my jam!
I also liked the Randy where it was R-A-N-D-I. That made me happy.
Victory above all.
We do go in and get Vinx coming out with the Stukov. Ding Dong is once again in the garage. Ding Dong really, really likes garage, and Ding Dong has been very effective with it. But we do have Lucio. Now that's the thing. Like Lucio can high five and stop a throw, but you have to be super, super good on the timing. Lucio's high five is really better used to stop an ongoing CC, but a throw isn't really an ongoing CC. Also, not super good into Stukov because you have to enter this hush puddle to high five, and that doesn't work.
Comes justice.
Yep. So we do have that's a bit. I don't know what I think about the Tassadar, because Tassadar has to stop these most of his abilities, which is a bad idea into a Stukov. There's the Deathwing ban, and also an ETC ban, which is also the Johanna ban makes a lot of sense. I agree with the Johanna ban. I'm not sold on the ETC ban because, like, I don't mean to be flamey, but when they went ETC, you completely crushed them. If I were, I'd be like, no, let them go ETC, encourage them to go ETC. That worked out well. Oh, we've got Entomb coming in. We've got Entomb in the tomb.
For the Nexus.
Ay, 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 you know you are my cyanide. Cyanide is back for this game. Cyanide was missing last game.
For the frozen throne.
There's Corrosive coming out for the Anubarak. They took away a lot of the tanks, and so Anubarak is the one that remains. Let some remain.
Anytime you're ready.
That's interesting. Okay, so that's obviously not a Battlefield-specific hero. Kitty can't be there.
Unbridled energy.
Oh, now that's interesting. Kerrigan going into Raynor. We know how this ends. Actually, I guess it depends on what game, because Kerrigan would absolutely have destroyed Raynor in most of the games. She's just in Raider's game, Raider 1. But we are going into game number 4. Again, Heavy Greg trying to close this out. Bad Rats playing spoiler. Let's go ahead and hope for a Bad Rats victory. That way we can get the epic game 5. Let's go.
Are you serious? That high five was just OP!
All right, coming into game number 4, we do go and have representing our blue team, the baddest of rats. Cyanide coming out on the Orphea. We do have Neum onto the Stukov. Ding Dong going to be playing the Loktosh Garrosh. Vinx is going to be on the Leo, the Vicruel Leoric. And we have French onto the Queen of... Is that Queen of Ghosts, Kerrigan? I think it might be, I'm not sure. Meanwhile, representing our orange team, the potential winners of this series, trying to go in and close it out. We do have Composite Senta coming out onto the Gaslow, JK Mastermind coming out onto the James Raynor, Synthesis coming out on Tassiface. We have Randy Newman with the best spelling of Randy. Oh, lots of damage on the French. Let's get thrown to safety for just a second. And Vinx also going back. Not a lot of damage sustained by the side of Dead Bad Rats. Not the opening you necessarily want. And then we do have Corrosive onto the Anubrak. Randy Newman onto the Lucio. I don't think I actually finished saying who they were playing. Alright, that one doesn't go quite down. We do have a kill onto the James Raynor. James gonna go down. Never gonna go down. We do go in and get 30 stacks on a static charge so far. No one else taking questing talents. Level 1. We do have Beetles coming out of Anubarak. Barf would be proud. Nothing else really jumping out at me. Ace in the hole is interesting. Definitely expecting some slows to happen. I wonder if via Lucio. I guess we also do have the stun tank. Hey, that was a lot of damage. I did take rocket boots. Hey, buddy! I think Yazzo's going to have to check the camp, and guess what? You found someone! And Nurok is down here. And Nurok's not going to be able to do very much, especially without things coming down. The rest of the team is nowhere in sight, and Nurok's just going to go ahead, and then he waddled away, waddle, waddle. And then he waddled away, waddle, waddle, waddle. Alright, there is Neon taking a little bit of lightning to the face. Alright, Corrosive. Corrosive in the middle of the entire enemy team for just a second. Let's get thrown out. He's unstoppable today. Fun fact, you can stop him with damage. We're up to 50 stacks of static charge. A fourth of the way done, or 25% if you enjoy percentages. Yeah, you tried to be cute there. Trying to be a cute little Gaslow. Both teams roughly evenly turned in, although a lot more gems held on the side of Bad Rats due to the whole, you know, not getting killed. French diving in, that might be a problem. That's the thing, like, Kerrigan is very, very good in the early game, and we can definitely see that Kerrigan getting a lot done. But it's one of those things that as the game goes on, Kerrigan will get less and less and less effective. Alright, there's Mastermind. I gotta say that Heavy Greg have to like, be respectful of these rotations, especially with the Kerrigan shutdown. Like, they've gotten 6 kills and only gotten 1 kill in return. That's a very, very lopsided statistic, and it's really, really affecting their ability to get turns in. I feel like I'm playing Yakuza 2 and Majima is everywhere, except it's Kerrigan. Alright, no actual forts went down. Just a bit of damage, but again, we're spread out very far and wide. It does look like we've got people who don't take a bunch of damage. Unstoppable today! Now we are the ones with the big axe! Oh, but JK Mastermind, there's French looking for blood? Looking for blood in all the right places. Oh my goodness, down to, like, I'm pretty sure I saw 18 health. I'm pretty sure I saw that. Oh, nice. That's a very, very novel gas load. Knew exactly how far that could go. Okay, Leo going down. We are on level 10 on the side of our blue team, though. Not quite up to level 10 for the red side. Excuse me, orange. Orange. Alright, there's our level 10. But JK Mastermind not going to be around long enough to enjoy that. Because we're trying to hold this back. Meanwhile, down at bottom lane, a lot of damage is being done, it looks like. Okay, not a lot of damage. I just saw one person down there, and it looked like the orc was falling back. Yeah, I was saying that I wasn't sold on the Tassadar just yet, due to the fact that it, you know, was such a mobile hero into a comp that you really don't want to be immobile into.
Destroy their constructs. Reclaim the gems of my power. Show no mercy.
So with that being said, we do go and have moving to the bottom of the map. Blue does pick up this lower camp. Mid camp will be pushing at the same time. We do have turn-in available for our blue, and a lot coming in right here. Man, the character is so good. I know I keep saying that, but so good. That's going to be a double kill. But Kerrigan and Leoric just means that no, you don't get to walk where you want to. We're putting up walls everywhere. This isn't HOTS anymore. This is freaking Warcraft 2 and the ability to construct your own walls. Bye, my friend. And he's just like, yeah, I'm done. So we are now at 13 kills to 2. I'm just throwing that out there. Man, it feels like every game it just swings hard the other way. Now that's not to say that Heavy Greg can't come back, but good grief. I mean, we're having a lot of unanswered kills. And here comes another Web Weaver phase. The one shining grace, if you're rooting for Heavy Greg, and some of you are, is that, like I said, Kerrigan does become less and less effective the more the game goes on. But the counterpoint to that is that Leo becomes more and more effective. Like, once you get to 20, Leo's silencing entombs ends games. It's amazing. Man, that was a bit of a, it takes to do that all the time, where they'll just go ahead and constantly cocoon the kill target. I'm like, stop it!
Taste my wrath. Team has destroyed a fort. Gather gems. Bring them to me. Do this now.
We do have turn in available for the side of our orange team, but very close to available. Yeah, it immediately has turned in 51 of the 60 they need. They don't want to risk getting wiped. We are at even talent tiers, but definitely not even levels. Don't mind Gaslow, don't mind Gaslow. And Randy coming in. Almost 3 shy. Corrosive has to last a little bit, but they're definitely paying attention now. However, alright, a fight over both the turns it look like. And yeah, it does miss with that engage. Character have to back off for just a second while it resets.
Well done, red team. Power is yours.
We do get the red turn-in completed. None of the lanes looking super great. We do go and have Gaslow getting thrown into their own bomb. Doesn't actually do any damage, but it is a little bit of a slap in the face, and Gaslow goes down. Webweaver landing in the midst of the battle. Oh, 4-man black hole though. Let's go. Right, there's Vinx. Vinx moving down here in order to get the lower Webweaver. It does look like our blue team is looking at boss as soon as this thing gets cleaned up. I feel like Heavy Greg should expect that. Although it might be being down 16, so they don't want to contest it. Like, you can have boss, but, I don't know what the but was. Ow! Don't mind me, I just hit my head on the mic. Because I'm super talented. We do go to have this pushing forward. We do want a little bit of damage. Keep in mind, in game number 2, Heavy Greg lost without taking a single structure. They're like, well, by God, by Jiminy, we're taking a structure this time, tell you what. So bottom lane should be okay. Bottom lane should take care of itself. Obviously, mid needs help and top needs a lot of help. All right, my gosh, I mean, it's one of those things when Ding Dong gets in, I feel like this is game 3 all over again, except this time it's a different team that just gets absolutely, like, runs in and everything dies. Nice black hole, really knocks Neo down. We do have the wave of death coming in. Ding Dong takes a bunch of damage, but even more damage is taken by Gaslow as Gaslow goes down. Top keep goes down. And that's going to be the game with everyone down except for Tasselface. Don't think there's any possibility this can make it through. And there is game number 4. We are to the finals. Once again, 2 nights in a row, I end up getting to a game 5. This is like my birthday. Though I am really tired. Look at the hero damage. We do have 49,000 hero damage coming out of Tassadar. Orphea being pretty decently behind, about 17,000 damage behind with 32,000. But like, blue got a lot of kills and red did not, so Raynor just came in with 31,000. As is Kerrigan. I usually only list the top 3, but 78,000 healing coming out of the Neum. Randy Newman only coming in with 32. And then when you get in terms of experience, Vince leading the way, getting 13,000 of that side soak. Gaslow only with about 10,000. Here are your talents. No one gets to level 20 in that game. And. Here we go. One team shall thrive in game number 5. I had to think about that one.
Volskaya Industries.
Here we are. I remember this time. On the left, we have 2 points. On the right, we have 2 points. This is it. The rubber match. The match that decides everything. We are on Volskaya Industries. The map where the map objective can sabotage you. Definitely don't count your chickens till they're hatched. We have Krobi being banned out. Johanna. I do feel like Johanna is the most dangerous tank. Because I'm pretty sure Heavy Greg used Johanna both games they won. There's Didgeridoo Diva. And there's Mei Mei. So pick me up before you Mei.
I stand ready.
Va la 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 la. Alright, we do have Vala coming up. Deathwing was not banned out. We do actually see this Deathwing that Heavy Greg was so feared by. But granted, this is a Deathwing going into Vala. Deathwing is not the best able to avoid incoming damage.
For the Alliance above all.
Vala can shoot a Deathwing miss and still hit him. We do have the lad Anduin coming in. It is interesting. Stukov was not banned out, but we do have bad rats moving away from the Stukov. I wonder what is prompting that. I can't keep trying to stand on top of the computer. It's a problem. Oh, but we do have Leoric being taken. That's a big thing because Leoric's Entomb has been so, like, oppressive in the last game. So being able to restrict their opponent's movements, and keep in mind, I bring this up all the time, Deathwing is immune to silences, Deathwing is immune to crowd control, Deathwing is immune to dang near everything, Deathwing is not immune to walls. So being able to make your own walls within Entomb does let you actually control Deathwing. So I have hair in my mouth. I know that's very attractive. All right. Kerrigan, Kerrigan. I do like they banned out the Kerrigan. Like, they do not... If you're trying to ban out all the weird stuff they're going to pull out, I mean, like, I guess the Kerrigan was very effective. That's what I was going to say. I would have banned the Garrosh. Garrosh definitely was, like, more instrumental in your defeat than Kerrigan was. But maybe they have a plan for Garrosh. We do have Orphea coming out from Cyanide again. Cyanide is still in this game. Draw was not visible in game number 3, but Cyanide's not willing to go away. I'm sorry, I'm not convinced. I'm hoping to be surprised, but the ETC did not do very well in game number 2. We do have Cassia coming in though. Cassia will provide blinds, which so much of Orphea's damage is from landing chaos after using abilities. The blinds could be very, very good.
None shall flee my grasp.
I shall. All right, here we go into game number 5. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. We're going to find out who triumphs in Division B East here in Season 20 of the Nexus Gaming Series. All right, going into game number 5, we do go ahead and get French coming out here onto the Maiev. Cyanide will be playing the Orphea once again. Vinx finally on that Deathwing. We have Ding Dong onto the Garrosh, and Nyom is playing the Anduin, the lad. On the other side of the battlefield, representing our orange side, we do have Randy Newman playing the Lucio. Synthesis is coming out onto the Valhalla. We do go ahead and get Chim Cham onto the Leoric. Also, the Vicryl Leoric. Composite Santa is going to be on the Cassia. And we have Corrosive playing the ETC.
Commence combat operations.
Spybot, don't say that. You'll make me want to do my Kaiba impression. It's a problem. I'm not drunk enough. All right, Vala did go ahead and go Gambit, and already getting a couple of stacks off that Deathwing down the bottom lane. Vala will be very, very good, but does want to move into lanes where enemies actually are. We do have most of the blue team up in the top lane right now, looking at Corrosive. Not going to be able to catch them, though. There's Randy Newman going and getting a couple of boom, boom, boom shots. All right, both sides go in and pick up their paper airplane camps at the top of the map. Chim Chim moving into Vinx. Obviously, Leo just absolutely does terrible, mean things to Deathwing. We do go and have still 6 stacks here. 5 stacks of Thunderstruck. And Prog Rock at 3 stacks. No questing talents on the side of the Bad Rats, other than the automatic figures. That's not really a stacking quest. It's are you 20 or not? Alright, so this is moving back. Right now, I do actually Bad Rats are doing a very, very good job not letting Vala get her stacks. So, it's very odd whenever, or awkward whenever Thunderstruck has more stacks than Vala does. Now, granted, that's not true anymore, but at the time I made that statement, it was true. It was like 12 to 10.
We've redesigned our tree-glove protectors for combat in the
I know it's going to be real sad if Lucio goes high 5 and then all of a sudden Chastise just does nothing. Chastise, you can't be chastised when you're deep in the R&B. Alright, moving back and forth. There's the stun coming out. Lots of damage onto French. French does get pulled out by trust issues Anduin. Vinx goes in and comes down. Is being channeled right now. A bit early. Usually I don't see anyone try for this until 7. I do have to admit, trust issues Anduin is a line busism. I stole it from Line Bus. I usually say fun police Anduin. Alright, lots of damage, and there's a teleport in from Maya. Deathwing comes across, fricassees the entire area. Chim Chim takes a bunch of damage, walks into the fire for just a second. Oh, lots of... having a hard time, all dressed up with nowhere to go. We do go and have... Leo just barely doesn't make it out. Leo was walking as hard as he could. We are channeling, but keep in mind, Leo is the one that's down, and Leo will come up in the middle of the battle. In the middle of the fight. There's contestation. Lots of damage going out from Deathwing, but no one really all that hurt yet. Corrosive goes through Ding Dong, goes in and stuns it for just a second. There's Chim Chim, letting a lot of damage. French, super low. Has to go ahead and get the heck out of dodge, but also low on the... I thought Deathwing was still on there. Deathwing's big booty, obscuring where he's actually standing.
Blue team has taken control of a protector.
Alright, damage going through. This was like they were trying to... They got to level 9, but they were trying to get one of these towers down. Not quite able to do it, and they do go and abandon the Protector. Deathwing in the sky, dropping fireballs. For a split second, I saw those fireballs coming down. I was like, wait, is Alex in the game? Alright, lots of stuns. A goodly amount of damage coming out. No team's really able to move on to the other side very stringently. We do have Chim Cham moving down here to the bottom map, continue being Ludovix. Does take Hopelessness in order to be able to drain a little bit more effective, by the way. And of course, Entomb is picked up. We do have level 10s for everyone. To see Rain of Vengeance, High Five, Ball Lightning, Mosh Pit. I am very glad to see the Mosh Pit this time around. We have Warden's Cage, Bellowing Roar, Eternal Feast, Decimate, and Light Bomb. Pretty expected picks, honestly. There's Corrosive. Corrosive moves forward. Going ahead and securing this healing camp. Now keep in mind the healing camp will be less effective. Lots of... I feel like if they'd been a little bit on the ball, because that was a really well placed Entombed. Like, Deathling could not get out. He was too big to fit through the exit. Both teams teetering on the edge of 13. Control point is coming up in 7 seconds. Count them. I dare you.
Terminal activated. Take control of it.
There's Blind. Oh, they actually bait out the Eternal Feast. That is impressive and surprising. And there we have... Oh, but there definitely comes in. But we do get Anduin going down. Very low health on Corrosive, but there's the fear. Vinx goes ahead and says, I'm really scary. And you know what? Vinx is very scary. I'm terrified. I was petrified as Heavy Greg came in and made all the blue team unalive. This is no, I will kill a dragon. I will kill a dragon. I will kill a dragon. I did not think that damage was going to go through it. I really like, Teal will be happy about this too, because Teal's my coach. I really like the way that they're not immediately going to go with objective. In fact, I actually think they should send one person to stand there, but they're very much taking advantage of the fact their opponents are off the map. But I am actually starting to wonder, did they forget the objective was up? Like, obviously don't send everyone there, but send somebody there. Oh, they remembered. Now, they do need to be a little bit careful. There's only 3 people up here. All 5 of the enemy are up here. No one is down here trying to stop this, which means the fort's about to go. And boom.
Red team has destroyed the fort.
Alright, Vinx. Once again, Vinx is not immune to walls. Walls came up and Vinx said, wait, what do I do? So that is going to be another kill. We are now up to 6 kills to 1. This is kind of like game 2, except it's in reverse. With all the kills going to the side of our orange team instead of our blue team. And there goes the hat trick with the third of the forts going down.
Team has destroyed the fort.
Healing item about to fall down. Picked up by the side of Heavy Greg. More like Healy Greg, am I right? I wonder why they dropped that right then. They had 2 empty spots to, like, carry it, but they chose to discard it.
Blue team has taken control of a protector.
Alright, there's a lot of... I like how we, like, dove into the fire immediately. And it was just like, Rawr! But we did go in and get a little bit of damage under the keep. Unstoppable comes down. Ding Dong not going down. Oh my gosh, so much damage. The Eternal Feast. Eternal Feast going ahead and nomming on Cassia. Making a delicious lunch out of Amazon. They need to get out of there, though. There is a corrosive... Has nowhere to go. Need to be careful though. Corrosive does have mosh up, and if they crowd on too tight, eventually Corrosive will be like, I don't care anymore. Alright, so we're moving through. Ving's going to spot this out, goes ahead and sees that the bottom camp is being aggressed upon. But we'll go and turn around and be like, well, I can't do anything about that. This team has made it very, very clear they can kill a Deathwing. There's Ding Dong. Ding Dong goes ahead and moves through. Oh, does that mean, did we actually, yeah, we did take a Royal Focus, which does mean that the Lord can actually cut down the damage of the enemy team. That's another thing that is effective on Deathwing. There we do out of that going through. Big Fear, and that's going to be Vala going down. I think that's Vala's first death this game. Oh, and Vinx definitely went for the extended roar.
Getting another terminal ready for you.
Yep, Vala's only go down the once. And level 20 is unlocked for our orange team. They are down 2 people. One of them is Leo, who will not be up for too long. We do go ahead and get the death metal. Buried Alive, Infinite Lightning, Mixing Fire, and Farflight.
Terminal and bring in the protector.
Nothing is wrong with death metal, but I gotta tell you, I really like Torbus. I think Torbus catches people completely off guard. Death metal, they kind of like keep in the back of their head. Alright, we have a move in. It looks like we've got probably looking for Entomb right now, trying to go ahead and get these guys taken care of. And there is Anduin. Anduin is Solace. Well, Anduin can't cast anything, they go ahead and kill an Orphea. And then there is trust issues, but that's going to be Anduin going down. There, we do go ahead and have Chim is looking, trying to go ahead and get this captured. And big ol' swing. No big ol' swing. Alright, Leo, Leo, Leo. Leo, 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 shake your little tail.
Blue team has taken control of a protector.
Alright, this is coming back. I don't know that this will make a lot of forward progress. So obviously there will be the occasional catapults pushing back against it. We have Cassia as the second person. Nice avoidance of that conflagrate. Never mind.
Red team has destroyed the fort.
Now keep in mind, Entomb is back up, and so as soon as Leo drops out, this could be very, very dangerous. Let's get dangerous. Shields are gone. The paint is scratched. We're down to 88%. This will not end, at least not by itself. Alright, there is the damage being cut by the Leoric. Lots of damage. It does go and get Orphea. Not sure that we needed the Entomb there, but you know what? Go for it. Down to 73%. There we go ahead and have that, Oh, watch out for the death metal, though. Dance away, buddy. Dance away. Okay, this could actually be critical. That is 3 of them down in that short little time. And they're going in. We're down to 19%. I think that is the end of the game. And with that, we do have Div D or Div B West being won by Heavy Greg. Let me see if I can get an interview. Alright, while we wait to see if I am joined by anyone, we will go ahead and come back to this computer. So I can say, in terms of the raw damage, we do have Cassia leading the way, doing 59,000 damage, of course, the game, followed closely up by Deathwing with 55 and 48,000 on the Valhalla. You go and get 69,000, nice. Healing coming out of the Anduin, 64,000 for that Lucio. I gotta say, the first game that those two numbers are close to, we had somewhat comparable heroes. And then in terms of the experience, we do have Leo winning the side soak battle. 22,000 against the other side soaker, which I guess is Maev, technically. They don't really have a traditional offlaner, maybe Deathwing. Regardless, Leo won. And here's our Randy. Corrosive
Hello.
coming in.
Hello.
Greetings.
So, first and foremost, kind of an easy question, but how are you guys feeling right now?
Oh, we're feeling good. I feel tense though. All those games were like on a razor's edge. I felt like so. That last one went a while, and then it seemed like whoever won the last fight was going to win the game. So
I mean, that's
Very
it.
stressful.
It definitely felt like every single game could have gone either way. It was interesting though, because like the team that won each map kind of won throughout the game, so it seemed very momentum based. But it would be like you guys would change it up in draft, and then the next draft something would come out, and then the momentum would swing the other way. And so both teams had a hard time recovering from whatever. It's like, oh, geez, ah.
yes, totally.
So
It felt like they knew us pretty well, and we knew them well because we got to play them a couple of times. So I feel like the drafts were like chess matches every time. So
yeah, I do have to ask because it seemed very interesting because game number one you guys went with almost a come at us. We're very defensive. We have a lot of like things to punish you as you step forward. And then game number two, we're like all the squishy heroes to make them go boom.
yeah, and I feel like that one didn't work so well for us. So I think the first one was a lot better.
Yeah, the first one, it was interesting. My only real thing I noticed from the first map is it was so funny is you would absolutely destroy the Immortal, go to halftime, and then wander off to a different lane in order to clear it, and then come back and be like, wait, they can do damage.
Yeah, we definitely overestimated like how fast our burn was because we thought, oh yeah, it'll be fine, we can clear this, and then it's like, wait a second, guys, we might have miscalculated.
So I do have to ask, obviously, I do not remember every single game of the series to ask intelligent questions about, but was there anything that came out of the drafts that you were taken aback by? I guess specifically all the weird stuff that French kept pulling in the last pick.
Gosh. Yeah, well, I think I was curious to ask them if they were planning on Abathur in the Sky Temple one or not when they had Jamster in, because like I know he likes Abathur and they did play it on Battlefield. So I was curious because we banned it in the third phase. That was something in the draft I was wondering about. And then I noticed I think we banned Chromie out because we got so disturbed by Game Two's Chromie playing all the time traps, and then we noticed he wasn't even in the game. So we yeah, our mental was completely destroyed after Game Two, I think.
No,
But then I think they did the same at one point with banning Malthuel, and Chim wasn't in there, so I don't know.
I did notice, it was kind of funny, I didn't actually notice that Cyanide was in the third game until you banned the Chromie. I'm like, oh, banning out the Chromie of, hey, wait.
Yeah, we did notice it before I locked it in, but there was like 4 seconds. I'm like, nah, I don't even care if he's not here. I don't want to face any more time traps. So we're just banning it anyway.
So, the other thing I kind of noticed as I was watching this game go through is that it was very, very interesting. I do have one, and granted, there might not be an answer to this, but I did have chat asking me, what is going on with Chin and your obsession with, what is the ult that isn't Cocoon?
The Locust
Only
Swarm.
thing he picks, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I play so many games with him. I didn't even know there wasn't another ult besides Locust Swarm. So
Yeah, there's definitely Linebus was I won't say critical, but Linebus was like, "What is it with this guy? He always takes this, and he's the only one."
yeah, well, and he loves the infinite life-stealing Locust. I mean, it gets crazy healing numbers. When you have a healer as bad as me, you need all the healing you can get.
And last question. Obviously, right now over on NGS 2, your future opponents are fighting. Do you have a preference on who you might face next week, or have you not even looked at the other division yet?
Oh, we watched it. We're ready.
Are we okay? Well, Captain says we're ready, so we're ready. I'm not ready. It's just hanging on for dear life in this series. I haven't even thought about the next round yet.
We watched them play last week. We're watching. We're keeping our eyes out.
Yeah, and one of the guys, I think, well, I assume OG Randy is in one of those teams. That would be kind of fun to. He was another, obviously, Randy Newman person and played with us for a season or two, so it'd be kind of fun to run into them again. But they're pretty good, so they're also a scary team to face.
I will definitely say I liked it better when all of you are on the same team. Now, whenever I see you in different teams and the cast, I'm like, wait, is this the same one I cast last week? I can't remember.
Yeah, yeah, I guess it makes one game confusing when there's 5 people all the same name, but now there's 5 people on 5 different teams with all the same name, which is maybe even more confusing.
But those are the questions I had for you. Let me turn it over for any shout-outs you might want to give.
You want to do the shout-outs this time, Carissa?
I mean, I guess. I mean, thanks for NGS for giving us this opportunity to play. Um, this whole tournament has been great. We've had a blast. Um, Shout out to Bad Rats once again. That was a crazy, crazy fight. We were sweating the whole time. That's for sure. Our whole team for showing up and putting out. A good series. We had a blast. You, Randy,
Thanks.
anything?
Yeah, thanks to you, Rocket, for casting. It's always fun. We'll probably go back and watch the VOD of it and see how it looked in much more calm circumstances. It's often hard to see what's going on in the moment, so we really enjoy watching them when they're casted, and you guys always do such a great job and adding excitement and insights, so we'll look forward to that. And then thanks to all the Gregonites in the chat for trolling us and also supporting us.
Well, don't thank you too. I think I did pretty well with this cast, but I will say I definitely noticed in game 5 at one point I was like, I've just stopped talking for a bit. Whoops.
Enjoying the match.
Yeah, it was going, and I was like, wait, I'm supposed to be commentating. Crap.
Yeah, I feel like some of the games were like that for us because we were all hyper focused on everything. It's like the comms were quiet sometimes 'cause we're all just super tuned in.
But
yeah, thanks for everything, and yeah, we'll look forward to watching the VOD. And I
yep.
don't know if you'll get to cast us for the next one, but hopefully somebody does. It's always adds extra drama and excitement when we have casters. So thank you very much.
We'll definitely get someone to watch you.
Okay, perfect.
But with that, I'll go ahead and let you enjoy the after party. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. You'll probably go check out your future opponents. They are on NGS 2 right now. And with that,
perfect.
Good night.
All right, have a good one. Bye.
Bye. And unfortunately, I'm not really able to raid because I'm not on the main account. But like I said, go to NGS 1, see the other half of Div B, and I will see you probably next week when that is done.